What's up, JPEGers? I know that it's been a while, so I apologize for that. But quick update before I go on with the little story that I want to tell today. And that's, I've got a job. I'm working out here in LA, so don't worry about me anymore. I am teaching with the After School All-Stars. I teach during the afternoons at a middle school. Very excited about it. I'm making my own curriculum. I'm teaching fine arts, so I'm very blessed and pleased with that. The next thing is that all the roommates are here. Everything's working out really well, so I'm excited about that. Good guys, all of them. Won't say how many, just know that all of them are good guys. And so I'm having a good time, and all of my neighbors and everything else, we're having a ball. So, I made a promise 2 days ago, if I'm correct that was, that I would blog about what I'm afraid of. And that's kind of like a trick question, because it's not that I'm afraid of a lot of stuff. But, you know, I remember as a kid, I was known as that sweet kid, never got in trouble. I was more mature for my age than most people. And so they kind of let everything go that I ever did. But what they didn't know was I was very devious. I was very manipulative. And I got what I wanted. And so that's how that always worked out. So what would happen would be, you know, I would do something, get into a little trouble, but I would never get spanked. I would never get grounded or anything else, so I let it all go. But there was one time when I didn't do a thing. I did nothing at all, and I got in so much trouble. I literally was sitting there. My little cousin made a mistake and kicked the car shift, the gear shift, into reverse, and the car ended up backing up, hitting another car. Like I said, I had nothing to do with it. I was sitting in the back seat. Anyway, the point is, after that and some other things, whenever someone would say to me, "Hey JP, we gotta talk to you," the first thing out of my mouth for some reason would be, "What did I do? I swear I didn't do it, and if I did it, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry." Because I was always fearful that I was getting caught for what I did. So, what ends up happening with me is, throughout a good portion of my life, I went through that whole phase of every time I would do something, wonder if I was going to get caught. So if someone started acting weird or something around me, I'd ask, did I do something wrong? Am I in trouble? Because I was thinking I was going to get caught. Now, later on in life, it got to the point where I realized what I was doing. I was trying to correct my life. I was making things right. I was making amends for everything that I could have possibly have done. I even went as far as calling people, which I've told you about before. Called people, said I was sorry, you know, did I offend you during this action? Did this happen? Did that happen? So I made amends for all of those things. So after that, I started trying to live my life in a better light and making sure that I never did anything that I would be afraid of someone coming up to me saying, "We gotta talk." So from that point on, and actually I even know that date, the big date of that happened in 2000 actually. It was March 28th, 2000. That's when it really hit me, and I started recognizing everything that I did, and you know, I made sure that I was responsible, and I took ownership of every single problem and every single thing that I've said and done. And so that's what I started thinking about. I started thinking about the fact that so many people get nervous, and they automatically think that you're upset with them, and there's a problem if you're not the regular person that you are. And I honestly believe that one of those reasons is because they've done something that they know is wrong, and they've offended you, and so therefore they get nervous and are afraid that they're about to get found out. And so, I mean, heck, I'm as normal as the next person. So if that's how I felt, isn't it only possible that that's what they're going through also? And so I guess I'm kind of just rambling on right now. It's very unfocused, because like I said, it all started with, you know, me, with someone asking if I was mad at them, and I felt that there was no reason for me to be upset with them, but at the same time, if they're asking me this, Did they do something that I should be upset about? Did they do something that offended me? Did they do something that I should be concerned about that's going to come back and bite me in the yeah? And so I'm just thinking back to what I've done. I'm a life experience person. And so, but all in all, if you ask me what am I afraid of, I'm afraid of nothing. Why aren't I afraid of anything? I'm not afraid of anything because I am who I am. I've gone out, I've said many things that I should be ashamed of. But they've never been damaging to anyone. They've never been able to hurt anyone. You know, I remember someone, Angie Monroe, I'm gonna call you out, girl. I love you. I remember as a teenager, I pulled the worst joke on her that made her stop singing for many years. And I have a tendency to do that. I'm a wise ass, and I need to stop doing that. And I've stopped for the most part. And so what I've made a conscious effort to do is never to say anything that I can't back up. And so, because I don't want people upset with me, I don't want to live my life being afraid that someone's going to find out that I've said this, or someone's going to find out that I've done this. I don't care. I'm going to let you know the way it is when you need to know it. I love everyone. Everyone gets on my nerves. We all know this. But I've learned to deal with it because I've learned to deal with myself. As long as I can deal with myself and who I am and who I've become, I don't have to be afraid because I'm proud of myself. That's what my advice to you is. Stop, listen, and understand what you're doing and everything around you. Because advice is the best thing that you can possibly get. And I'm always open to advice. At my age, I still say, please, give me whatever you have to teach me. I'm going to be that way until I probably die. Because there's always going to be someone that's wiser, spiritually older, mentally older, even the younger ones. I can still get something from them. But I can only take what you allow me to give. So in other words, if you're not listening to me, that shows me that you're not mature enough for me to listen to you. I did this example the other day when we were having 6th grade orientation at my school. There's a box. This box is very important. What's in this box is your mother, your father, your siblings, school, church, religion, spirituality, friendship, just so many different ways that we have life experience. We've all collected it inside this box. On the outside of this box, you have the world. And within that world, you have so many possibilities, so many options, and so many things you can do. But we get stuck in this box. And if we do come out of that box, we don't look back. We don't look back at all because we're so afraid. What we have to do is we have to shake this box up. Shake it up, get it good and mixed, because there are things in this box that we're going to have to reach into and grab from those life experiences to learn and to grow and to excel in whatever we choose to do. Whenever we're afraid, whenever we are leery or weary about something, we need to reach inside that box and get it also, because what we have learned is going to get us propelled into the next step of whatever our future may be. Keep that box. You can name that box whatever you want to. I've named it the theater because that's where I can reach into that box called theater, and use it to whatever I need to and become the person that I need to become to make something more believable. I live a lot on the outside of that box, but at the same time I walk on the rim because I understand life is not a stage. Stage is life. And I have to make sure that I portray the best character that I can possibly portray so that it's believable, it's recognizable, and people respect what I'm trying to be. That's pretty much all I have to say. In a nutshell, what am I afraid of? Nothing, as long as I have that box. Because I can reach into it, I can call people, I can do whatever I need to. I'm never talking bad about someone behind their back, because I will never say anything that I won't say to you in your face. Because if it's what I believe, it's what I believe. I love you all. You all take care. I'm going to try to blog more often. Seriously, we have 50,000 people running through this apartment. If you don't believe me, ask anybody. It's not a bad thing. I love it. I love each and one of them. Each and every one of them. So, until next time, peace, cheesy grits, and always remember, reach for the stars, be honest with yourself. Thanks.